All right, I'm going to post on here. Let's see. Linda, you can't put your URL in like classifieds for free, but you can put it in some of these other ones. If I can put it, I put it there. But all right, so classifieds for free, can't put that in there, but I'm going to come down here and do this. Oops. So we're going to HTTPS Rory3.com options. And I'm going to do that on this one as well. So business ads for free and classifieds for free, they share the same images. Did you notice? Is this accurate? We're going to test it out right now. I'm in classifieds for free. I'm going to add.
I was just in classifieds earlier today, or just, well, not even an hour.
Here, I'm going to add all 8 of these in here.
Add. And let me look to see if my newest one that I created today for Evolve, it is in there. How cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same company, right? So but it's seamless. Like you have an account in one, you have an account in the other. I really do miss the US Net ads. I mean, I'm down $600 a month because of that. And
I notice that my numbers increase when I do not retail stuff. So if I don't, when I don't focus only on Bella Vita and I do Evolve, my passion page, recipes, that kind of thing, my numbers go up because that's the stuff people are not posting. And our overall goal is what, Rory? To just get them to our
just get them in the door. It's a marketing house. Just get them in. Doesn't matter. Whatever brings them in, great. Like if free peanuts gets them in, get them in with free peanuts, right? Just whatever it works out to be, right? You know, I went to this marketing course in my teenage years, and we're talking about car dealerships as a study. And, you know, and you guys know how car dealerships, they have like those big blow up gorillas. And then they always do like free hot dogs and sodas.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the most expensive free hot dogs and sodas people ever get, right? They work. They absolutely work. Okay, so here's what I'm going to notice. This is here, and I'm in here in business ads for free. They're not there, right? But if I reset it and go post ad, let's see how fast it updated them. It did. They're all in there.
Yeah, which is crazy that because my new Evolve one that I created on chat today is in there, and I in business ads, and I only was on classifieds for free.
I just don't get why they shift around so much. Like they're not chronologically in order. I actually don't know what the order is. I'm trying to figure it out because it's like I go to hunt for the ones I just put in there, and you got to find them, right?
Yeah, I haven't.
There's my mystery box. They shipped it up there. I have the options. There's the one I wanted. I got that one.
It doesn't matter, Becca, that the code links aren't the same. The fact is that they're uploading our images into both, so we don't have to do it again. We just have to.
When you refresh, does it shuffle some of them?
Nope.
No.
No, I haven't noticed any rhyme or reason to figure it out. So I'm here posting this. You can here. I'll stop my sharing. I'm just gonna get these ads started. Rebecca, you add the one and then you gotta refresh the other one or else it won't show up. So like if you added them and then went and looked at the other one, hit post ads, it'll redo it. All right, Dina, I'm gonna let you take over.
All right. Thank you so much. So I see we're already streaming. Thank you. And this is episode 54.
Correct.
Thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 54. We're live streaming on YouTube, our Tuesday night call. Rory is sharing his screen and finishing up his ads, or that could be Stacy.
That's Rory.
Okay, perfect. So if you are new to our Tuesday night call, please feel free to unmute and say hello in the chat. Say hello and let us know where you're calling from. Welcome. All right. We got a lot of people here tonight. Sorry?
Should be unmuted now.
Okay.
No.
All right. So if you are new here, it's your first or second Tuesday night call. Feel free to unmute and say hello. And you can say hello, or you can say hello in the chat and let us know where you're calling from. Thank you for those that have the button. I appreciate it. Got a few
You're
hosts
welcome.
in here tonight. Welcome. All right, guys, my name is Dina Eddy, and I live in Central Florida with my husband, Niall Eddy. And you're on our Tuesday night student call, and we are welcoming people in, getting ready for all our goodies that we get from Rory and Tanya. And this is the first Tuesday of the month, so we always have extra on the first Tuesday of the month. So get your pencil, get your paper, get ready to take some good notes. But again, if you're new here, please unmute, tell us your name and where you're calling in from. Don't be shy.
Now they can unmute.
All right. And we're on episode 54, and we are live streaming on YouTube. So welcome all the YouTubers out there to RRR247 Tuesday night student call. We appreciate you coming on here. If this is your first or second Tuesday coming on the call, please unmute and give me your name and tell us where you're calling in from.
I've been on here before, but my name is Kylie and I'm from Washington State.
Hi, Kylie. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have seen you on here before, but I'm glad you spoke up. Thank you.
That's my student.
I know. I see her name floating around. All right. Way to go. So I know we're all from all over the country. And we're curious if there are other people here that are new, or it's your second week that you've been on the Tuesday night call and you've not yet said hello. If that's you, just unmute and give us your name and tell us where you're calling in from.
My student Brandon Webster's in the chat. He is brand new, so he's not able to unmute. So welcome, Brandon. Glad you're here. We're going to do his first session tomorrow morning.
Oh, good. Welcome, Brandon. You better hang on, get ready for the ride. All right. So whether you're on YouTube watching us tonight, we appreciate you being here. And it's 8:59. Almost time to get rolling. I'm going to fly through mine. We will get everybody in, and I don't want to start all that before too early. All right, welcome to RRR podcast episode 54. See that? Thank you very much. All right. Linda Parsons, I appreciate your happy smile right here on the front page. I'm zeroed in on you. I'm talking to you tonight, lady. All right. 9 o'clock, guys. 9 o'clock. All right. My name is Dina Eddy. I live in Central Florida. I work from home with my wonderful husband, Niall Eddy. And welcome to RRR247 podcast episode 54. And we are going to share a lot of goodies with you tonight. very quickly, I'm a Texas girl, grew up in Texas my whole life. And, as a child, I sold the most Girl Scout cookies every single year. I'm very competitive. So there's that. I worked at the local Piggly Wiggly grocery store. Yes, that's the name of it. And, people would stand in line waiting for me to check them out. It was a small town of 10,000 people. So we all knew everybody. Everybody knew me. Everybody knew my parents. Then I went off to college, and I would work at the Piggly Wiggly in my college town Monday through Friday, take a full load of classes, drive home Friday night, work Saturday, Sunday, drive back to college Sunday night, and do it all over. I worked 7 days a week for about 4 years. But don't get it twisted. I found time to do a lot of fun things too. So, I've had selling in my blood for a long time. With the Girl Scout cookies, I sold Mary Kay Cosmetics for 28 years, and that was fun. When I decided to slow down with the Mary Kay, I got involved in a wine club, and that wine club was really fun. We did some cooking shows from our homes that we streamed out on YouTube, and that was fun. Stacy remembers that, Niall remembers that. And so I went to a convention with that wine club. This is before I joined RRR, and I did not know a soul at this convention. And when they were doing the awards, Rory Rickard and his entourage of people went across the stage over and over and over. And I'm not shy, but I was sitting there because I didn't know anybody there. And at the end of that evening, I walked up to Rory, and I stuck my hand out and shook his hand and said, "Hi, my name's Dina. I want to know what the hell you're doing." Those were my words to him. And I really wanted to understand what he and his group were doing to have so much recognition. And he asked me where I was from. I said, "I live in Florida." He went, "Oh, wait, Niall lives in Florida. Hey, Niall." And he called Niall over. We all went out in the hallway because I couldn't hear. It was really loud in there. And Rory couldn't hear either. And he introduced me to Niall. And Niall called me that was on the weekend. So Niall called me the next week. And I signed up for RRR247 and just kept working right along. I fell in love with RRR and Niall along the way. And I have a dream board. I made a dream board that Tanya taught us to do. I believe I joined in August of 2019. So I probably made that January of 2020. And one of the things I wrote on it was that I wanted to be Niall Eddy's first MSI. At that point, I did not have a clue what an MSI was, but it was all the people that trained every week on the calls. And I did go to some of the meetings and regional meetings that we have had in the past. And the MSIs were up front teaching everyone. So if you're brand new, or if you've been here years, put it in your head, plant that seed. Remember the mustard seed, let it grow and do the work, put in the work, and you just don't know what's going to happen. But guys, there's nothing else out there better than RRR247. They give us everything that we need to make money from home. We've all been looking to make money from home. We have multiple avenues of income with very little overhead. And, it gets better weekly, monthly, yearly. When I came in, there was a lot to do. And Rory has minimized the work that new students have to do to get Google AdSense, to get the recognition, to get rolling and making money. And so as you get going here, you're going to work on your PBS and build your pages. You're going to start building your teams. You're going to get Google AdSense. And then we have different levels. We have CSI. That's what's the C?
Certified.
Certified system instructor. GSI, gold system instructor. PSI Platinum System instructor, and MSI Master System instructor. And there is one position that is yet to be claimed, and that's Master System Instructor Elite. So that position is open. I wanted to give you a quick shout out that for this month on Thursday nights, MSI Candace Gunstream will be doing the training on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I can't wait to see that. She is high energy. I think she's got some things up her sleeve that she's ready to share with us this month. So she'll be on next week to introduce Rory. And so at this point, it's my pleasure to introduce our CEO of RRR247, the co-founder of the PBS. I believe I'm introducing Rory. I've not gotten word that I'm introducing Tanya.
It's me.
All right. So with no further ado, Rory, thank you so much for all you've created for us here, and it is all yours, sir.
Well, thank you so much. And we always have a lot to cover the first week of the month, always, right? You guys got the button. People are coming in. I know. Some of you get used to announcements and stuff that come in, for the new students, but we're getting pretty prompt on getting started right at the top of the hour, and we have a lot to cover. We are in a very awesome time here. I'm about to show you guys something that was always going to be done. It was a vision. I didn't know how we were going to quite execute it years ago, but it's done now. And I rolled it out on Saturday during our BFA event. And now I want to show you guys here, and then it's going to be the new way of training. It's just in one place. And I want you guys to see all this. So prior to this, today I was posting ads. We just delivered all the new, we're delivering all the new memes for March right now. So if you're brand new and you haven't gone through session 2 and you haven't learned about our PBS Vortex and our cool little marketing tools, this is part of that. You'll see it later. For everybody that already has it, if you have the PBS Vortex since February 1st forward, or I guess the new rate, we've added the memes. And then those of you that are in the grandfathered thing, you guys know where to get them. You can get your memes. Ask your instructor. This is technically, it's all part of the Vortex. It all ties to our marketing and the things that we focus on. And every month we create and deliver at least 4 images that we all market through consensus. Okay, so we all have the same images. The only thing different is the URL at the bottom. Okay, obviously it's our URL, but the images are exactly the same on purpose. And we're working on a routine. We're pushing them out there. We're going to rotate through. And, we have a lot of different areas to market. And so we have a lot of different memes. You get a minimum of 4. I've been having so much fun of the last few months. I think I've been delivering like 6 or 8 a month. And I've tested them out first. Like I'm already working on April, May, and June. And so we keep ahead of things. Excuse me. A little bit of a cough still. But I'm gonna just bring up a couple little points. These are what we market on Instagram, Facebook, and on all of our posting, our free posting ads, our classifieds, we market in them as well. And everywhere we can put an image we want to, and we want that image to obviously highlight our URL. Now there's more and more of us hundreds of us doing it. Soon there'll be thousands of us doing it. And the thing about that is the more of us doing it, the odds are great that people will have seen the same image or the like of our images, so it looks bigger than it is for an individual. It's called Coca-Cola marketing, okay? Consensus marketing. I learned it as Coca-Cola marketing. I did a marketing internship with Squire out in Utah. That's the Coca-Cola bottling facility there. And my marketing teacher got me this internship. I loved it. I learned so much that helped me evolve into sales even through today. All right. So the thing with Coca-Cola marketing is they put it everywhere. They have a budget that back then was $0.25 per can that they created. So for every can of Coke, a quarter went into marketing. Now I looked at this and went, this is kind of weird because like back in that day, you could get cans of Coke for less than 25 cents a piece if you bought like 3 12-packs or whatever else. Like it was less than a quarter a can. It's not today, right? But they wouldn't get their marketing money back for 10 years. And they lived on it. So they would go into a place and like sponsor something. So let's say that they're going to sponsor the football lights for the high school. Okay. Whatever that was going to cost, they needed to make sure that they were going to get the money back within 10 years. And so they'd work out contracts with the school where we're going to be soda. You're only going to have Coke in your school, and it's a 10-year contract. And based on this many machines and that happening, yes, we can do your lights. Oh, you want the scoreboard as well as the lights. 20 years. Okay, I watched it happen. Okay, I watched them do it for several schools, and I learned a lot in that process. And I watched them do it with the restaurants and on all that. And I can go into this, but what they wanted to do is have Coke everywhere. Okay, now and a lot of times it came with banners that went down at the games around the stuff. They just want to Coke everywhere, right? And you know they would sponsor things and just get their name out there, but they had a very solid method to it. I watched this type of marketing happen in several examples. Okay, but Coke globally had a very similar approach. And you know, I remember when the first time I flew to Tokyo, and I got off and I'm going to my meeting and I'm looking on the streets and I see Coke everywhere, like everywhere, like not even like here, like I'm just walking up and down the street and I'm seeing Coke. I'm seeing it in tiles. I'm seeing it everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the more I traveled through Europe, I saw the same thing, you know, and I saw Pepsi doing their thing. But I just watched how Coke just did that. And they had it proven that the more they did that and the more they spent on putting their brand everywhere, the more they sold. In those areas, the more they sold. And so I learned from this. And, you know, when you go online, it's the same thing. But the thing is for us, we have different things we're branding, right? We're branding the Bella Vita products. We're branding the FSN stuff. We're branding our brand of RRR247 and growing our teams, right? So we put a lot of emphasis on this, but we want to make sure that the imagery and the direction and stuff is following a brand process. And one that we all do together, because if we all do it individually, we're just individuals, and we're not a Coca-Cola. We're not a big company. We're little entrepreneurs, right? Little business owners. But when we all combine together, we're marketing and consensus, we get the power of being a big thing combined. And that is the power of the memes. And I'm just gonna bring these up because we're launching them today. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the images, and then I'm going to show you where I've been posting because I was doing this earlier. And then I'm going to move to show you guys something that's going to change how quick we get people going and more. Okay. First, Trisha, I'm going to have you come on right now because I need to ask you a question today that I didn't ask you before.
Sir, I'm here.
Okay, so here's my question. How are you doing after Saturday's BFA event? Are we caught up? Are you overwhelmed? Where are you at?
No, I'm caught up.
Oh my gosh.
I worked a lot over the weekend, but I am caught up and ready to take on more.
Okay, so I want you guys to hear this. I want to be the Tuesday after the BFA event, because we do them every 2 weeks. I want Trisha to say, our team's doing well. We're getting a hold of everybody. But I want to get them overwhelmed so they're not done by Tuesday. I know Trisha can handle it. So I'm gonna tell you this. I have a personal challenge. I'm gonna get even more people there on the BFA event on the 14th. Now I got people lined up. I'm doing the BRTs. I've got session 1s. I've got session 2s. And after session 2, obviously the normal approach is I walk them through and introduce them to the IBO and get them in. We keep that steady. But for the people we can't get a hold of for a BRT, or for those we just got an invite, the BFA event is solve that. We want to just feed that. So Trisha, We still have room for family and friends. We still have a very big open door of need right now, correct?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, so guys, status is the same.
Yes.
Keep on bringing them in. Now I put this focus out, and I'll cover it with the instructors on the instructor part of the training tonight. We have a very solid rhythm, and this should be very exciting for everybody to hear. If you follow the system and you follow to the beat of the marketing drum that we have, you are going to win here. It's just getting you into the rhythm, which is what I'm going to show you the system. So let me do this really quick. I'm going to share my screen. I get excited to do this like every month. Tanya is delivering memes already. All right. So if your name starts with the lower part of the alphabet, you might already have your memes. Okay. Now they're going to be in your meme folder. It's a Dropbox folder. You guys can see this, right? And it's going to be under your PBS. So it'll be under the folder name will be your everything but the .com. So mine's like Rory3.com. If you're like 2y66.com, it'll be that, and then it's in the PBS folder, and then March of 2026. And
Rory,
this is what
we
it
have
looks
a
like.
gray screen.
Gray screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my share. I'm gonna troubleshoot this. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. Tell me if it's gray.
It is
Are we
gray,
gray?
and spinning. Mhm.
Gray and spinning. Okay, so guys, I know that my internet is super fast. I'm on a gig.
We see you, Rory. Beck or yeah, Dina might be your
Gotcha. Okay.
chat.
All right, that's fine. I'm gun shy on this now, but I know that it's not my speed. So let's see. So you guys see me okay? So I'm on this. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my folder. You see this okay?
I do not.
Stacy,
Yes, sir.
you see this okay?
Yep. Zero debt. Baby being
Okay.
held by a
Okay.
mom.
So let's troubleshoot. Dina, do you want to like exit, come back in?
I'll do that. Thank you.
Hey, wait, let me log off first and see if that makes a difference for you, Dina.
Okay. So here's one. And you guys, this is verbiage that we can use in ads. And that's why I was stressing this earlier today. This is verbiage. You guys, we got to be very careful what we say on Instagram and Facebook, because we can't say, like, they're used to so many scams. You guys, what we do in the IBO program is so amazing. Trisha, I owe you a huge thank you. The verbiage stipend works. We can't tell people we're paying you income, even though it's income. We can state it's income, but we got to call it a stipend, a monthly stipend. That works. So thank you, Trisha, for that over the course of the year or whenever you came up with that.
Of course. Glad I can help.
So here's one. Here's the other one. Okay. And they look different. It's on purpose, but it's the same thing. Mom, kid, holding money, thoughts of zero debt. Here's a verbiage we can use in our ads. I'm just giving you some things we can say. I bring this up here. Now, this one, you guys, this one has the meeting time and the Saturday. So this is what we do for the week of the BFA event. And this is more to send as like a reminder, like in our WhatsApp marketing, if you have them on WhatsApp, or text messaging from like your cell phone, or to send them in their email or whatever else for somebody you're following up with that's already connected to you. That's why this has us on here. Now, I market this everywhere because I don't care if random people come in, because we got a whole team of MSIs that are going to be happy to take on new students. This one's the same thing. All right. And this is for individual, things as well. So just keep that in mind. And then this one is generic, right? We can post this in all of our ads, right? It's got the verbiage in there we can use with this out there. I think this one says a lot. We got the airlines, got the, the laptop, the latte, the pen. We get it. We're working from home. It's the symbolism is amazing. I got stories about that. This right here, I love this image. We worked on these for a long time. This got a lot of responses. I get a lot of clicks from this, so that's why we run this one. And then I think this is the final one. Nope, there's two. These basically say the same thing, just
Lori, hold
different
on.
image.
Hold on. The YouTube needs to be restarted. It's
Got
a
it.
gray screen. Because I
I
was
can do
telling
that.
everybody just go